Aloha folks and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. Here's the thing, I've played Kaiserreich before, but then we went for some 1984 kind of thing, and now I think we're gonna play the game properly and try to, I don't know, watch the world burn. For those of you that don't know, which at this point is probably very few, Kaiserreich is an alternate history total conversion mod where Germany won World War I because the US didn't intervene, which is strange. But there are more factors behind it, of course. And as you can see, Europe is a mess of imperial things here. Austria-Hungary has sort of collapsed over the last few years. The syndicalists, which are communists basically, have taken over in Britain and France, and there's a civil war that's going to fire in Spain as well as in the US. And this time we are playing in South America. Not much has changed in South America, except for the fact that Uruguay doesn't exist because La Plata took it over, and Ecuador still holds some of its Amazon territory here that Peru actually took in 1936, which is also very strange because in vanilla, I don't think there's no... Ecuador already starts off as small, if I remember correctly, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Anyway, we're going to be playing as Brazil. I've been wanting to play Brazil for a while. I've also played Brazil in vanilla right in the beginning when Hearts of Iron was released, but South America is still quite dull. Not much actually happens in South America throughout the game. I mean, there is the option to form Gran Colombia again, but aside from that, everyone in South America in vanilla just gets regular focus trees, whilst here you actually have some major events sparking off. So basically we start off with a few divisions here, and we start off under a social conservative dictatorship question mark, because I don't think we actually get elections. Oh, elections are by event, I see. Alright, but anyway, we are going to go the monarchist path. We're going to restore the empire, and for that we're going to need a civil war. And then we're going to go with the national populists down to the new fatherland, and then over here we can do imperial restoration with oh wait, we need to destroy Argentina first, of course, but then yes, we are going to go down here and restore one of the emperors that we can choose. Brazil's fragile First Republic has been on the brink of its end since her humiliating defeat by Argentina on last year's war. Right. Oh, that might be how we lost Cisplatina. Although I don't know I don't actually know all the detail in the alternate history in this mod, because there is just so much alternate history. But yes, we'll wait till August, and we're definitely gonna go for the national populists. But we need to fight a civil war first. Kerensky has been assassinated. The Communist Party of Brazil has dissolved itself. Okay. King of Britain, Totalist Charter. Like, I could show you and read what's going on all over the world. I've actually clicked on give me all the updates for everything that's happening across the planet, but that's not... I'd spend hours on, like, you know, we'd go through a month and we'd have to spend like 30 minutes reading everything. Ooh, we can lose some stability here. Minus 15%, but gain national populist popularity. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Black Monday has fired. We have 0 political power, but we're gonna go for lessons of Black Monday here. Australia is democratic now. The Pope has died. The International Congress has fired. Okay. I noticed that the mod doesn't have, like, historical focuses anymore. I wonder if that used to affect the probabilities at all. But now, at least, the countries just... I guess they've pre-coded the probability that certain countries do certain focuses. The Germans are doing imperial restructuring, Reich Police, ban French organizations, and then down to final reform, I guess. Pius the Seventh. What is he? He is paternal autocrat. I said 7th, I mean 12th. Syndicalist majority in Italian, or it must be in the Socialist Republic, right? Not here. I actually love how the patch, apparently it's called Garibaldi's Nightmare. Garibaldi, of course, being the one who united Italy, or dreamed of a united Italy. And then you've got this mess of an Italy here. We're going to keep pushing the industrial reforms here. A coup d'etat in Siam. Poland elects a new king. Actually, what king did they go for? They went for a Polish king, I guess. Oh, no, right. They're going to elect one. And they're going to go for a Saxon king. Here we go. Brazilian presidential election. Due to the unstable political situation in our country, especially after our defeat on the Plata War, emergency elections have been called for the 1st of August. 4 main coalitions are disputing. First, we have the Aliança Nacional, a broad front of left-wing parties, the Liberal Democrats, center-left, and liberal forces, blah blah blah. And then we also have the moderates, and then we have the 4th main coalition, the The 4th main coalition are authoritarian Brazilian integralist action. So they're integralists and national populists. A nationalist and populist party under Plínio Salgado. After a very passionate campaign, the elections took place today. As the votes were counted, the next president of Brazil was announced. Plínio Salgado becomes the leader for the National Populist Party. It gets event. Plínio Salgado is elected president. It becomes the ruling party, and public elections will not be held. Now, we could... Right, so we basically have to form coalitions. No more politics will be dominated by the interest of a small ruling class. We are also fed up of harassing by the syndicalist bandits. This decadent and unpopular government will be rebuilt from scratch according to our ideology. However, it would be wise to form a coalition government with like-minded politicians. Inviting the more far-right elements of the armed forces would be a nice move, according to some. Others, however, believe in striking a deal with Getúlio Vargas Republicans. Their populist ideas actually match several points on our own agenda. So we have a majority here, but we could head the government alone. We could try to deal with Getúlio by putting him as a head of government. I see. Political power gain goes down, but civilian factory construction speed goes up. Military factory goes down, though. So same ideology, monthly opinion goes up. We could invite the hardlines, which gives us land fort construction speed, army experience gain daily. Oh, that's really nice, that army experience gain. Crusader, same ideology, monthly opinion. Focus on war, 50% on war production. Military factory construction speed at 11%. Ooh, this is very nice. I think we're gonna go with this. We won't have 100 or 50, almost 50% popularity there, but I think it's the way to go to ensure our survival. Our stability goes up, which is fantastic. The landed oligarchs of São Paulo have presented us with an issue. With coffee prices falling day by day on international markets, farmers are filling their warehouses with more and more unsellable harvests. So basically, we could complain and be like, didn't they always believe in the free market, ignore them? Or we can lose a little bit less stability and get the event Burn Coffee Burn, which is interesting. Burn Coffee Burn, extra stability. We also have more stability from getting a mixed capital economy, which is going to be nice. So we are definitely moving towards making this work. Now, the Civil War, though, it's getting me a little bit confused because, you know, I'd imagine it to fire at some point, but we're really holding on to power. Oh, another country I forgot that was erased from from the map here by Argentina is Paraguay, of course. Blah blah blah, superior firepower, grand battle plan, and mobile warfare. Oh, they're so great. But yes, I'm still gonna go mass assault. I was playing multiplayer against Daniel, and you know, in the Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer stream for PDXCon, and I was playing Germany, and the thing is, they are mobile warfare, or rather blitzkrieg, and it's just, oh god, it's so annoying because it's different. It's not what I'm used to. Ooh, this guy can give us even more political power. That is so powerful in this game. National infrastructure plan. That's still where we're going. We're gonna go for that extra research slot there at the bottom, and all the other stuff. Now, when's the Civil War coming? Oh, here we go. The American Civil War has just fired. What tech are we going for? We are going for this. Our ideology has grown. Yes. Oh, Hungary is actually attacking Austria. Vienna has fallen. The Belgrade Pact. Serbia, Romania, and Greece. Is Serbia at war with Hungary? I think they might be. No, not at all, apparently. The Spanish Civil War has fired. Rise of the Mongol Empire. Alright. Can't get more insane than that, yeah. Alright, we're gonna add some artillery here to our divisions. It's a 7-2 template as always. Our ideology has grown. Let's do that. Ah, here we go. Dealing with the trade unions. Should we replace their leadership with loyal proletarians? 3% plus oh, they'll have an important place in integrity. Yeah, you know what? Let's replace their leadership. Average stability goes to good stability. We're gonna start going down the military focus tree, mostly because of that extra research slot at the bottom that I really want. Ooh, I've always seen the combined syndicates win, but this time looks like the American Union state might actually pull this off. I don't actually know what fires off the Civil War, but we're gonna go for land reform instead. So we could lose base stability and outlaw some parties here. Or now is not yet the time, that comes later. Ooh. You know what? How powerful are you? Actually, what is this event's timeout? Oh, it is our thing, right. God, I don't know. Okay, you know what? It's only -10 stability. Although, that is pretty... you know what? Let's not touch that. Hungary was the next. Austrian Empire took all the states. Okay, so Hungary actually lost that. Here we go. Trouble in Pernambuco. The Coronéis and other conservative forces in the northeastern states are increasingly uncooperative. With the Força Pública still under their control, we may need to form a detachment of a few police still blah blah blah. Given that a small land... Yeah, you know what? We'll form an army detachment and send it there. Alright, let's defang the Coronéis. Let's take their stuff. Oh, Atlanta has fallen, so the CSA has, or is gonna win. Alright, let's do partial mobilization here. The world revolution spreads further. The end of the American Civil War. The Pacific states will, they stay around, though. I don't remember. Oh! Arlindo Veiga dos Santos, the leader of the Ação Imperial Patrionovista Brasileira, the Brazilian Imperial New Fatherland Action, has approached us. They're a traditionalist Catholic group professing a anti-liberal, anti-socialist doctrine favoring the restoration of the House of Braganza and a complete reshuffling of Brazilian society along the doctrine of much similar to the Action Française and the Nationalist France or Spanish Carlism. In fact, although much similar to our own integralism, many members of the Patrionovistas are also sympathizers, when not full members of the Brazilian Integralist Action. The opposite is also true, with a few committed integralists also being high-ranking patriotistas. Veiga dos Santos now has approached a full merging of both movements with the, or proposed a full merging, becoming full members of the AIB. No matter how tempting their proposal may seem, we must take careful approach. Many integralists are traditionalist Catholics, but the militant monarchism of the patriotistas goes against some of our core principles. Well, we are going to take them in. We are trying to restore the empire after all. And, well, this is weird though, because we haven't been able to take this path, but, we might be able to get unity through faith. Although, to get unity through faith, I think we actually need to go through here. The Archbishop of São Paulo supports the AIB. The fire rises. Alright, now we're gonna rush for the extra research slot there. It does not seem like this tree that I was imagining would fire some sort of civil war did the job. I think we actually have to plan to get a civil war during the elections by creating instability, but that's just a pain. Ooh, here we go. The German Empire just declared war on the Batavian Commune, although the Commune is not part of the Third International yet. But we have a nationalist victory in South Africa. Russia announces her ambitions. Alright. Oh, here we go. We have elections postponed. There's a speech because some shit is going down. We have an emergency in Rio. Prestes attempts a coup. Shocking news came from our capital today as we learned that Tenentista leaders Isidoro Dias Lopes and Luis Carlos Prestes have gathered a militia of workers and peasants and are now marching towards downtown Rio de Janeiro. According to our reports, the mob plans to take the Palácio do Catete by force and depose our government. We'll disperse... Oh, we cannot endorse a bloodbath. The Presidential Guard will depose the Cindy scum. Revolution! Precious starts an uprising. Here we go! Alright. So, yes, the North did fire off some shit, but we are going to deal with it. We are going to be okay. We have 16 divisions. They only have, what is it, maybe 4? Yeah, 6. Right, so Civil War fires off on its own, and then when the Civil War is over, we can start doing this, which is pretty cool. And of course, we go to very slow stability. That's not very good. We also have a crackdown on integralists. The socialist bandits have initiated general persecution of integralists in the lands they now occupy. I like how the rebellion started in Rio, but then it was the North that fired, and it's the Coronels that actually control this region. But yeah, I think doing the land reform actually helped that out. I don't actually know how these events fire. I don't understand how they're not surrendering. We own basically all their victory points. Oh, we're so close now. Come on. Oh, there we go. That took us a while. But now we can go for this. Brazil's new era is about to begin given our victory in the Civil War. Plínio Salgado's words are to be recalled. It's not a matter of race, it's a matter of morals. All God-fearing Brazilians rejoice at our victory that will begin, right? Brazil. Wait, what? I don't know. I can't read. Army purge, fantastic. Let's go limited conscription here. Faith and state. We're also going to go ahead. I think we should probably send in the army. Although gain base stability. There's a lot of extra stability here. So hopefully this will help us out without having to send in the army. And that actually severely weakened us against Argentina here. I was really looking forward to invading them, but then a portion of our army just disappeared. We're gonna go with Cordeiro de Farias here as a school of mass combat for the extra attack and defense on our oh god, my voice has really been a mess the last few weeks. I think it's pollen allergies, but I haven't been tested ever, so I don't know. It could be something else. Wow, that took you a while, Germany. Oh, and now you release them as a puppet. I see. Ah, we'll get in the next war goal against La Plata. That's what I want. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go down here, take the revanche, destroy La Plata, and then reinstore the Emperor. Reinstore? I mean restore. Like, what am I saying? Alright, we're going clergy support here, which is gonna give us stability. And also, Australia now is national populace. They have a very low stability from that, but... Oh, no, you're going to reaffirm Entente Alliance. No. Oh, this event is glorious. You can read it if you want, but basically it's like this. It's mocking the idea of alternate history. This fictional writer writes about what could have been if Germany had lost World War I, and, you know, Hitler basically takes power. It's like, oh, what a childish fantasy. The new fatherland. The Pátria Nova movement's momentum is irreversibly strong for Brazilians of all races and classes. Know what truly matter: country, family, and unity above all else. Alright, we're going up in stability. That's good. For 180 days, let's actually send in the army. It's a bit expensive, but I've realized that if we finish all of these, we'll only have about... what is it? 60 stability, which isn't great, so we definitely want to go up. The Spanish Civil War has ended, and the Iberian Federation, yes, here we go, has formed. I wonder, do they have a focus to take Portugal, since they are called the Iberian Federation? Wait, what? You're fighting... Oh, the Third International is fighting the Entente. Ooh, exciting. Iron Guard Romania has capitulated. Wait, what? Who are you fighting? You're fighting... Oh, I guess the Balkan Federation, the Belgrade Pact is fighting the Donau Algebund. Italy also at war. I guess the Papal States are joining the two Sicilies there. Oh yeah, it's because of the communists, the syndicalists are fighting the Entente. Effective centralization. Brazil is more than the sum of its parts. It's a nation whose God-given destiny is to prosper. We must have an effective, active central government if we are to see it done. Begin. A minister supports his ideology. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Oh, wow, the Danubian Federation really decided to go all out. Oh, okay, they released them as puppets. It's kind of interesting how Kaiserreich has the whole annex and then releases puppets instead of puppeting on peace screen. Here we go. Brazil is now united without traitors and defeatists in our army. Victory is all but certain. It is high time to put the Transpontine scum back on its place. Yes. Alright, we have the focus. I think it's time. Let's go to war and win this shit. Sort of weird. I thought they had more divisions. They seem to be very weak though, like out of equipment for some reason. We've created a few pockets here, being able to wipe them out in the south. Now, I wonder if we can take Buenos Aires. Oh no, you know what? Stay outside. Just go around like this or something. Lisbon has fallen, so our trade has fallen. Portugal capitulates there. Now, what is it? Right, I forgot. There was something important. Right, attacking here in the north is just a pain, so I might actually just cancel that plan and put everyone on this second one here. Argentina is defeated. Argentine forces are losing grounds on all fronts, and their war effort is more of a partisan resistance than a real defense now. Now the Argentines will pay for their lack of vision. So for peace, so they lose cores, but then they're pushed back south. And then we release a bunch of countries, but that's not really fun, is it? Argentina. And that's a funny way of spelling Transplantina. Here we go. Let's take all states and make this into Brazil. Fantastic. So we could set up a puppet of La Plata. We could liberate Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina. Or we could occupy them. I like the idea of occupying. Now comes the time when Brazil reigns in South America. 0 days to complete. Now, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. The people of Brazil rejoice over their victory, and now the time has come to restore the empire to its former glory. Now, only small administrative steps must be taken so that Brazil is what it's meant to be. Ooh, it's the big one. The Commune of France declared war on the German Empire. So the Reichspakt, which used to be Mitteleuropa, is now at war with the Third International. Thing is, though, it looks like they are still at war with the Entente. Ooh, Oswald Mosley actually took power here. Alright, here we go. 7 days to restore the empire. We can either go with Pedro Gastão, which will take a hands-off approach since his branch of the family forfeited their claims. Or we can go Pedro Henrique, who will greatly inspire the people to go above and beyond the empire. I think we're going to go with Pedro Henrique. Here we go, the day we've been waiting for. Today is a great day for Brazil, as Dom Pedro Henrique de Orleans e Bragança was crowned as emperor at the Candelaria Cathedral in Rio de Janeiro. After a long ceremony, a sovereign took the oath of office and was acclaimed by the people. This is the beginning of a new age for our country. The National Populist Party will now be called Coalição Integralista Imperial Brasileira. Integral Brazil will be known as the Empire of Brazil. We also, head of government, backroom backstabber, stability minus 7% by having him, but we get extra political power. And Dom Pedro Henrique becomes the leader of like all the parties. Ooh, interesting. Public elections will not be held. Great. Oh, that color though. I was not expecting lime green. But here we go. The empire is restored. Dom Pedro Henrique de Orleans e Bragança is ruling once more. And we are ready to take on the world. So that has been part 1. We have restored the empire. Part 2, 3, and 4. I don't know actually how long the series is going to be, but probably 4 parts. We are going to try to take on the world. Not conquer the world, don't misinterpret that, but we are going to involve ourselves deeply in the politics of the world. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share with your friends, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. This has been GameGabster. I'll see you later. Farewell.